Hello and welcome back to Justin Low Stocks. So today I'm making a video about more the economics of stock trading, just to the basics, supply and demand. So basically, as I've already spoken about in other videos, you want to normally short at points of resistance and go long or buy the stock at points of support. And then if the resistance line is broken, you'll want to quickly cut your loss, and if you're going short, and if the support line is broken when you're going long, you want to quickly stop out of your loss. But I want to go into what happens due to the covering of a losing position if it doesn't go your way. So to make it simpler, this stock that I traded on Friday, so this 1085 line here, you can see is a clear resistance line. It's hit here, bounced off, hit here, bounced off. It went through there for a second, but bounced off here, bounced off here. It's a solid resistance line. So I just wanted to take you through the mentality and why the chart moves the way it does when it does break a resistance line. So what you would have been having here is a bunch of people selling their positions. Now they were either people who went long, who bought the stock down here, and they're trying to sell it for their 70 cent per share profit. But when you get someone who's gone long and they want to take their profits, in order to do so, they need to sell however many shares they bought initially. So let's say someone bought 500 shares down here at the low 10s, and it's gone up to 1080. They're happy with that profit and they want to sell their 500 shares. That increases to the supply of shares available for traders to buy. So when supply exceeds demand, the stock will fall because people are wanting to sell their positions more than people are wanting to buy them. It'll push the price downwards. Basically, if you want to sell your car, right? You want to sell your car for $1,000, but there's 10 other people trying to sell the exact same car as you for $1,000, but there's only 5 buyers. Well, someone is going to be willing to sell their car for a lower price because there's more competition in the market, if you know what I mean. So, and it goes the same with stocks, but just on a much larger scale. So, yeah, like I said, if you're selling your stock, and say for example there's 10,000 other people who want to sell the stock at the same time as you, but there's only 1,000 people willing to buy, that's going to bring the price down because people are going to be willing to sell their shares a little bit lower. And instead of putting in a sell order for 1085 where they actually want to sell it, they'll be willing to sell it for 1075, 1070 just to be able to sell it sooner and lock in those profits. So that's why once you start getting some selling, it continues going down because people will have their profit there, and they'll have, for example, $100 profit or whatever. And then once sellers start, the first bunch of buyers want to start selling to take that $100 profit, other people who are still holding that share wanting it to go higher, they see the price starting to drop because they've already got a few ungreedy people trying to take their profits. And then this is what will cause the people who are more greedy, they'll see the stock starting to fall and fall and fall, and then they'll want to, oh no, my profits just went from $100 up to now I'm only down, now I'm only up $40. I've just lost $60. I'm going to quickly sell before it possibly turns to a negative position. And this is what happens. So up in this area, you'll get the higher profit takers. So they might make $100, and then because a lot of people want to sell and get out of their position, there's not enough buyers, the price comes down. Well, the people who are still wanting it to go higher are now only up $50, and they're like, oh, I want to lock in some profits, I don't want to lose money. So they'll start selling here, and it keeps driving the price down as long as they're selling. And then when you get down to here, this 1040 mark, that's when the buyers start taking control. So they see that the stocks come down enough where now there's only 1,000 sellers, but there's 10,000 buyers. So back to the car analogy. If you're trying to sell your $1,000 car, but there's 10 other people wanting to buy it, well, now you can sell that car for more because there's only one item available, which is your car, and there's 10 people willing to buy it. So you can make the buyers bid between each other to see how high they're willing to go, and you might be able to sell that car for now $1,500 or $2,000, depending on how high the highest buyer wants to go. So, and it's basically goes down to the same principles with stocks. And so, yeah, like I was saying, at this 1050 level, people are starting to see this price is getting into a more, it's a better value buy for them because the price has dropped and it's now cheaper to buy. So people will be willing to buy, like I said, maybe 10,000 people willing to buy, 1,000 people willing to sell. That means the buyers will need to offer more money to encourage other sellers to sell their stocks in order for the buyers to be able to get all the stocks that they want, if you know what I mean. If it sounds confusing as hell, rewind it back, listen to it a few times, it'll make sense, trust me. And then basically the analogy with why, actually, you know what, I'll go into another video about why once stocks break out that they tend to run a little bit. I'll go into that in a separate video. But yeah, for this sake, the case of this video, this is why stocks will tend to show obvious lines of support and resistance, and that's exactly why. They see people are willing to sell at this price, so the first profit takers are like, yeah, I'm going to quickly sell now with the largest profit I can, and then as the price keeps coming down, it's when the people that were in the green by $100 are now in the green in the 40, and they're like, oh, I'll quickly take my profit now too, and it makes the price drive lower. And then again, it's a repeated pattern. As long as it's staying in a certain channel of price, back down here, there's people willing to buy it, and it's a constant market of buyers and sellers competing against each other for the people who bought it to sell at the highest price, and for the people who want to buy it, buy at the lowest price, so they have more upside for potential. So yeah, it's more economics, but it definitely relates to stocks, which is why you get obvious patterns of resistance and support like you do in all these charts. Yeah, so I just wanted to bring out this video, so hopefully improves your understanding. If it doesn't, let me know. But like I said, give this video watch it a couple of times so it makes sense, because it might sound confusing at first, but if you wrap your head around it, it helps to be able to understand why the charts move in the way that they do and how you can profit off them better. So I'm going to bring out another video tomorrow recapping my trades for tonight when I make them. So keep an eye out for that tomorrow. And I also want to start doing more educational videos like this to be able to give you some more fundamentals on stock trading, because I'm hearing a lot of people are keen, but you know, I've been doing this for about 6 months now, so it's hard to remember what exactly I had trouble understanding at first, because it's a journey where if you dedicate yourself, you learn very quick, and then, you know, it's like anything, once you learn the basics, you sort of forget about it, it becomes second nature. But when you're trying to teach other people how to do it, you sometimes forget what's second nature. So put in those comments what you want me to talk about next, or what you want me to cover, and I can try to help you understand something better. If you want me to do a candlestick video again, let me know. And yeah, thanks very much for watching. If you like the video, like and subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. I'm loving the support from people. There's a lot of people showing me a lot of support, and I really appreciate it, so thank you very much. And yeah, keep an eye out for tomorrow's video, and I shall talk to you tomorrow. Take it easy.